3 minutes past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
Three minutes, 30 seconds past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
Four minutes past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
Four minutes, 30 seconds past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
Five minutes past the hour. 60 seconds to live.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
Five minutes, 30 seconds past the hour. 30 seconds to live.
This is Online Tonight.
We're on the air live tonight. 1-800-39-ONLINE. 1-800-396-6546 is the number.
Online Tonight.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
And now, from the craziest city on the planet, this is Online Tonight, on the air toll-free at 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. And now, the host of Online Tonight, Max.
Wait for it. There it is, the boom. Welcome to Online Tonight. I am Max. Let's have a blast. This is Online Tonight, where we talk about tech, pop culture, and more. And for me, more is anything from video games, theme parks, food. Who doesn't love food? And I had birthday week, so I ate a lot of food. I like getting those coupons from the ice cream store and the hibachi place and the sushi place and the burger place. It's always a lot of fun. Get to eat. And of course, we're going to have a lot of good things on today's show. We're going to talk about the rumors about Apple's announcement that will be coming on Tuesday. How close are the rumors going to be? A few other rumors about things that Apple probably will not be announcing. We've got our Geek Speak, of course. We've got TV series that we're going to talk about on streaming. We've got our Bookmark This. We're going to have your phone calls, your text messages, your emails. And the goal of the show, if you are new, is to make your life easier when it comes to those technology products. If you've got a Wi-Fi that's being fritzy, or you've got a laptop that is too old, or as I like to say, too pooped to boot, I'm here to help as best as I can. Don't always get it right, but we can try together. And I think sometimes that's what's necessary. I will talk to Miss Victoria sometimes, and I'll say, hey, I'm working on this problem. Let me explain it to you. She has no idea, nor does she care. But what she does is she listens. And then I say, oh, what if I try this? What if I try that? And sometimes it helps and it works out. There are a lot of ways that you can join into the show. The best way, of course, is to call our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system with our toll-free telephone number, 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. And I like this method the best because that way we can have a conversation. I always have follow-up questions, and you can be my eyes and ears. But you can also jump in other ways. We have an email, show@onlinetonight.com. And, of course, you can use the text voicemail number at 951-395-1017. That's 951-395-1017. Data rates may apply. Leaving a voicemail or any of these methods is your authorization to broadcast your likeness. If you're using the email, let me know if I can use your name or not. Because sometimes, you can be anonymous. Victoria is producing the show. She's answering your calls and checking for your messages on all the different platforms. Before we get into the Apple news, I want to talk a little bit about television and streaming. And in the middle of the day, I heard screams from my resident, not from here. Usually not a lot of screams from the Find Your Voice Center unless it's a scream party during Halloween. That's a lot of fun, by the way. You should check it out if you're ever in SoCal. And I'm trying to figure out, what are you doing? My dad's watching the NFL game on Paramount Plus. You can too. All you have to do is head over to Paramount Plus to find out all about it. OnlineTonight.com/stream. OnlineTonight.com/stream. All right. Big event Tuesday, September 9th. It's always on a Tuesday for some reason. Usually at about 10:40. Or if you notice the displays, like the clock on the Macintosh or the clock on the iPhone or the clock on the iPad, it's always like 10:40 something, 10:41. It's a weird superstition they have. A lot of rumors about what they're going to announce on Tuesday. Let's take a look at those. And then next week we'll check in and see, were they right? So the event is supposedly focused on iPhones, the Apple Watch, AirPods Pro 3, and some more. So we're expecting the iPhone 17 Air, which is a 6.6-inch LTPO OLED. It'll have the A19 chip, 12 gigs of RAM, 24-megapixel front camera. That's the one that faces you for FaceTime so you can preview yourself, right? A 48-megapixel rear camera. This is the fancy side, where I'll have all the weird little dots and the bumps. And where's my phone? My phone's over here somewhere. For our visual listeners, viewers, our visual guests, you see this row? They're going to change this all up. There's been some, oh, hey, I'm getting a little text from Miss Jennifer. That's very nice. eSIM only, apparently. You're not going to have that little card to stick in there anymore, and it's going to have a good battery, apparently. They're also potentially going to announce the iPhone Pro 17 or the 17 Pro. Have aluminum frame, half glass, half aluminum back. That's the rumor. Redesigned horizontal camera bump. We just talked about that. Oh, I guess the Air won't. Oh, it'll be interesting to see the differences. Again, it'll have a 48-megapixel triple camera, the A19 Pro chip, 12 gigs of RAM, larger battery for faster QI 2.2 charging. That's going to be exciting. You're going to be able to charge your stuff faster. Then are they going to have a standard model and just call it the iPhone 17? Well, rumor has it it'll be a 6.3-inch display. It'll have the same A19 chip, 24-megapixel front camera, dual 48-megapixel rear cameras. That's a surprise. 25-watt QI 2.2 charging. New colors. but no Plus. I guess they've gone to Pro instead of Plus. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 will have a bigger display, the S11 chip, satellite connectivity, possibly the blood pressure monitoring, because there's still like these ongoing litigation about that. And a 5G RedCap modem and faster charging, so that's great. Apple Series 11, again, a rumor about what's coming out on Tuesday from the Apple event. It'll be the same upgrades as the Ultra 3, brighter display, same chip, and it may or may not have that blood pressure monitoring. Maybe we'll see an Apple Watch SE 3 in new sizes, 41 millimeter and 45 millimeter with a slimmer bezel. That'll be nice. The S11 chip, and possibly some colors. That aluminum kind of frame that you may see on those watches, they may come out with colors. AirPod Pro 3, which I'm interested in because of the hearing aid thing. Like, you know, so especially in a restaurant or someplace like that where you've got a fairly large table, you can put your phone right out there and you can use it as a hearing assist. Pretty cool, even though I think it looks really tacky to wear AirPods at a family dinner or a gathering of buddies. When I took my cousin out for his birthday, and he had his little Bluetooth on there, and he started talking, and then I realized he's not talking to me. I'm like, I'm paying for this lunch. At least you could give me the courtesy. We haven't talked, actually, really since then. So, I don't know. Didn't even wish me a happy birthday. Should I wish him a happy birthday? I'm going to, because that's just the kind of person I am. It will have a new chip for sound and ANC. I'm not even sure what that is. It may have the ability to check your heart rate and your temperature right from the AirPods. And the thing that I'm most excited about, the Lieutenant Uhura, Victoria, help me.
Uhura.
What?
Uhuru.
You can't say it either. Okay.
It's hard.
It is hard. So it's not just me. Live translation feature, you know, where she taps her little thing. And I love this because I'm starting to do more international business for a patent, / electronic product that I'm working on. I don't know if it's patentable, but may do a Kickstarter here soon for it. That'll be exciting. But I love that idea. I love this ability. I'm in Southern California, so there's a lot of Spanish speakers, a lot of Mandarin speakers, a lot of Korean speakers. I would love to be able to talk to them. That would be pretty neat. Some accessories rumored to be coming out. Tech woven fabric style cases, lanyards. Of course, the software updates, iOS 26, iPadOS 26, and macOS Tahoe. We might see some new AirTag 2s, a 4K refresh on the Apple TV. What's not expected are the M5 iPad Pro, M5 Max. They're not going to announce those probably right now. We may not even see any of that stuff until next year. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll have a fall October, well, September, October. Maybe we'll have something near Christmas or the holidays, Hanukkah. And then maybe we'll see some of that new stuff. Of course, you can check out the live stream if you want to, apple.com or YouTube, Apple TV app. And of course, you can go to one of my preferred sites, either 9to5mac.com or macrumors.com, to kind of get a live update. I don't like to go to those during the live event. I like to wait and be very quiet and then watch it online later. It's online tonight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a one-of-a-kind gift or to complete your own collection? Sumerian Collection offers a wide variety of vintage goods with new items added weekly. Books, collectibles, clothing items, jewelry, gadgets, and gizmos galore. Many items are from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, but exclusive finds from earlier time periods become available as well. Rare vintage items include dolls from around the world and foreign language books. Online shopping at Sumerian Collection is a breeze, with Etsy's secure payment processing and shipping to U.S. locations included free with every purchase. Visit SumerianCollection.etsy.com to see what's new and vintage this week. SAMERIAN Collection.ETSY.com. SAMERIAN Collection.ETSY.com. Sumerian Collection.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-908-3082. 800-908-3082. 800-908-3082. That's 800-908-3082.
This is the Chef of Love, Chef Jannard, TV host and restaurateur. My grandparents harvested their land to sell food and share this overflowing bounty with our community. Grandma said, for every yam we pick, we give one away. In the world they cultivated, I love preparing and eating dinner with my family on Sundays. When our resources changed, food assistance programs sustained us. They gave me fuel to start my first culinary business at 16 years old, and inspiration to donate the extra food in my community. Through my life, I've developed an appetite to work with others to ensure everyone has access to the nutritious food we need to thrive. Together, we can help end hunger. Come on, join the movement with Feeding America by volunteering, donating, and advocating. Learn more at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
You say you'd never give in to a meltdown. Never let kids' toys take over the house. And never fill your feed with kid photos. You'd never plan your life around their schedule. Never lick your thumb to clean their face. And you'd never let them leave the house looking like less than their best. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it. Never let them stay up too late. And never let them run wild through the grocery store.
Peanuts on aisle 6 and aisle 3.
So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, know it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Online tonight. Geek Speak. Geek Speak.
All right, Geek Speak, where we take a tech term and turn it into plain English right before your very ears or eyes. I mean, even if you're watching it, you're probably just going to listen. That's probably how it actually goes. All right, so what is this hour's Geek Speak? White balance, because we're talking about cameras. We're not talking about cameras today, but we've been doing a lot with cameras lately. And I was doing a consulting job for somebody, and the white balance was really, really off. And it was a very complicated camera. We finally figured it out. But more on that in a moment. This Geek Speak is powered by Anker. I'm so excited that Anker has launched their new Nano wireless car charger. That means your phone is held securely within view while using QI2 certified 15-watt wireless charging pad. Plus, the wireless charging pad is detachable. And the charging head rotates 360 degrees. It tilts 45 degrees to help you find the most comfortable viewing angle. Really, the only thing you should be looking at, if your car doesn't support it, is maps. And it's nice to have the device being charged so that it's ready when you get to your destination. You can check out all the great Anker products at onlinetonight.com/anchor. That's onlinetonight.com/ANKER. Now, white balance. White balance is a feature on many cameras used to accurately balance colors. It defines what the color white looks like in specific lighting conditions, which also affects the hue of everything else, especially people. I like complexion with freckles. You could be tan, you could be black, you could be different shades of different people. I used to hang out with a lot of French Italians, and their skin tone is very different. If you light them wrong, they kind of get a green. I guess I get that. I'm kind of a grayish pink, I guess. And without white balance, the fluorescent lights, if you're using fluorescent lights, they're going to make things look a little bit greenish. If you're using LEDs, you might get a blue tint. I try to use lights that are a little more rosy because otherwise I look like a zombie. I feel like a zombie sometimes. I don't eat brains, though. Cloudy days can make things look a little bit blue. Most digital cameras and camcorders have an auto white balance setting, which automatically adjusts the white balance. Because the setting may not always provide the most accurate, it may have some other presets, usually like indoor, outdoor, fluorescent, tungsten, cloudy, bright, etc. Some high-end cameras and camcorders also have custom white balance. Most of them now today have. And so what you want to do is you want to get a white piece of paper or a whiteboard or something like that to use as your focal point, and then set your settings so that that looks more natural. And then, of course, check your talent layer. If you take photos with the incorrect white balance, you can always adjust it later in image editing program or your video editor. But who likes to do color? I mean, there are a lot of people out there that specialize in DaVinci Color or all the other Pro Tools, but yeah, I don't have the patience for that, and I usually mess it up. So there you are. That's this hour's Geek Speak White Balance.
Online tonight.
Trying to figure out if these emojis are NSFW or not. This is Online Tonight. Now, here's Max.
All right, the phone lines are open, of course, so please call the Broadcast Bionic Caller One system at 1-800-39-ONLINE. That's toll free. And don't forget, you can follow me on Instagram as well as, X. I use the same account name on both platforms, at Max Smart Radio, at Max Smart Radio. Miss Victoria?
We have an email from Susie in Sioux City, which I believe is in Iowa.
Iowa? I've been there.
It says, over the holidays, I spend about a week at my mom's house. She has regular TV with absolutely no streaming, and after a while I get sick of flipping channels after she goes to bed. She does have a newer TV, and I can connect my AirPods so as not to disturb her. I thought I should plan ahead this year and take some content I want to watch from the streaming services that will let me download it. Her Wi-Fi is not great, and there's no wired connection to the TV, so can you walk me through a good way to do this?
Walk you through it. It depends on the TV. Now, you mentioned that the TV has Bluetooth. Your AirPod is not actually, it's not like the normal experience that you would get on an Apple device. You're just using your AirPods as a Bluetooth headset. So, like the tap and the volume control and the microphone and that stuff, that's not going to work. It's just streaming the audio to your AirPods as basically a non-intelligent Bluetooth headset. But you're getting the audio, which is what you want. Most modern TVs will have a USB port that you can plug media in, depending on the smart TV. Like if it's a Roku, then you have to install the USB media player. If it's a Chromecast television, they have a similar app. And what you can do is you can put MPEG-4 or .mp4 or .mov files on a thumb drive. It's got to be big enough, obviously, to hold the movie or the television series that you want to watch. And then you go to that app. Well, you plug the USB. First of all, you got to get all the media onto the USB. So you use your computer. You get your MPEG-4s. If you don't have those, then, you got to figure out how you're going to do it. You might have to use Handbrake or some other application to convert your legitimate DVDs or Blu-rays into a format that you're allowed to use. The VCR wars and And the copyright laws in America allow you to have that copy, even though the publishers and the companies hate it. But you can then create an MPEG-4 version of your content. You would copy it onto your USB drive. Usually you got to format it as a FAT32 or something like that. And then you take that thumb drive and you plug it into the USB port into your television, the smart television. You go into the app, and then you use the USB Media app as example on a Roku, and it'll show you the files that are on there, and you click on one and it'll start up and play without internet. You have to have power, obviously, but you don't have to have Wi-Fi or internet or anything like that. So that's good. Hopefully that answers your question. Let's see if we covered all of that. No wired connection on the TV. Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it. And that way you can just kind of take your media with you. Like maybe there's an old movie that you want to catch up on. I like to watch the old Alfred Hitchcock movies. Put those on there, and that way I've got something to watch in the middle of the night. Because for me, having no internet sometimes is horrific. So what better way to celebrate than to watch a horror movie? If you're not listening live, you can submit a question just like Susie did. The email is show@onlinetonight.com, or you can use the text voicemail number at 951-395-1017. And just very quickly, if you are a fan of the Mirage in Las Vegas, you know they're tearing that down. They're turning it into the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. You can now visit the auction site and check out some of the things they're selling. Stay tuned.
At Bon Voyage Urns, we love our pets. We couldn't imagine our lives without them. But we know that when they pass on, we want to treat them with the respect they deserve, because they're family members too. Bon Voyage Urns makes biodegradable, marine-safe urns for the delivery of pets' cremated remains to a beautiful resting place in the Pacific Ocean. Love them while you have them. Give them a proper send-off when it's time. More information at bvurns.com.
Our research team has found a perfect solution to solve any man's ED problem, erectile dysfunction. Even the word is a bummer. And those pharmacy pills are expensive, but when you call our special toll-free number, you can always buy 40 to 50 pills for around $2 each. At your pharmacy, you could spend up to $65 for just one pill. Our price is around $2, and our formula works virtually the same as the expensive pills. We even deliver them to your door in a confidential package, so you don't have to go anywhere. Just pick up the phone and order 40 to 50 highly effective ED pills for around $2 each. It's a no-brainer. You'll save hundreds of dollars, and you'll have our 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call now to order 40 to 50 ED pills with no prescription for around $2 each.
Call Steelman now at 800-764-9168, 800-764-9168. That's 800-764-9168.
There's no better way to bond with your cats than with a special treat. Lick and Lap by Vitacraft is a healthy 5-pack saucy tureen snack full of a creamy paste that your cats are going to love. Free from artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives, it's the perfect snack between meals. Lick and Lap is available at Walmart, your local pet stores, and, of course, on their website at vitacraft.us.
They are our cuddlers and coworkers, purr machines and love bugs, and constant companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life so much better. When we face unexpected challenges in life, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people who love their pets and the pets who love their people, ensuring these families stay exactly where they belong, together. And you have something to offer. With an open heart and mind, there is nothing you can't do. There's no gesture too small or too big when it comes to helping. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. You can help keep pets and people together. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My Grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my Grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Out here, in the middle of all these acres, it can feel like you're the only person on Earth. And sometimes, that's how it feels when you're going through tough times. Stress builds up, you have trouble sleeping, maybe your mind is racing and you just don't feel like yourself. So what do? We get help. Lots of people are struggling with their mental health. It's more common than you think. The good news is, there are people in our community who are here for us when times are tough. Sometimes, just talking to someone can make all the difference in the world, so we don't feel so alone. One thing you can do is visit loveyourmindtoday.org for simple steps you can take to find the right solution for you. Whether it's hearing stories about what other people are going through, or finding the resources we need to navigate the stresses in our lives. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
We're taking your calls right now at 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546.
Online Tonight.
Well, I have to say, I've heard of you, but I'm not too familiar with your show.
This should give you a good idea of what we can bring to your station.
Helps if you push the on button so people can hear you. Not like I don't talk enough all the time as it is. This is Online Tonight. I am Max. And if you're in the mood, you can call the Broadcast Bionics Caller One system using our toll-free telephone number at 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. Of course, you can reach me via email and text voicemail. The email address, show@onlinetonight.com. And the text voicemail is 951-395-1017, 951-395-1017. The email and the text voicemail, that works 24/7. If you want to use the toll-free telephone number, then, of course, you've got to reach out while we're live. Before we jump into our series review, I want to remind you about the lights. Oh, Miss Victoria, you got a second? Pop in here, if you don't mind, and hit the first light switch over here, and that'll turn on the Govies. While she's doing that, let me tell you about Govee. Always like to check out their booth at CES, and I am really fascinated by the Neon Rope Light 2. It looks just like a neon sign from a few feet away. It's really shapeable, and you can make some really cool clips and bends and create angles, and comes in two sizes, a 10-foot roll and a 16.4-inch roll. Oh, lights are working. I don't know if that helps or not. It might give me the rainbows or whatever. If you want to check out more information about Govee, please head over to onlinetonight.com/Govee, onlinetonight.com/GOVEE. Let's see what we got now.
From Hollywood.
One very important thing, mate. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
Blockbusters, tearjerkers, family fare.
Everything is awesome.
what's worth seeing in the theater, and what should you just watch at home.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Here are your hosts.
I am Max.
And I'm Victoria.
And sometimes season 2 of things are not great. Sometimes season 4 of things are not great. Not everything can be Friends or Seinfeld or whatever. Actually, Seinfeld season 1 did not really do very well. But, you know, it became a sitcom phenomenon.
Yeah, sometimes the first season's not great because it needs to find its legs.
Exactly. So, season 2 of Wednesday on Netflix, rated TV 14, is now completely available. They did it in 2 chunks. Episode 1 through 4, and then episodes 5 through 8. And we've seen almost all of them. We haven't seen the last one. And so we'll, of course, try not to give you any spoilers. But we're excited about it so far, even though, you know, even we're that far in, and we're curious if there's going to be a season 3. They probably already have announced that.
Yeah, they have.
And of course, it's got. You have to watch season 1 first, otherwise it's not going to make any sense. You have to watch. It's a serial. You have got to watch season 1. That would be my advice before you start season 2. The weird thing is, before Miss Victoria jumps in and tells us about the director and the music and the actors and actresses, this is made by MGM Studios, which is owned by Amazon, and yet this is a Netflix exclusive. So the business is always very interesting to me to see how this works. You would think that Amazon would want more people on Prime. They own MGM, but no, Netflix has it. So that's the only thing that's really puzzled me so far. Miss Victoria, tell us.
Yes, what would you like to know?
Well, is the same cast returning? Where is this one particularly focused? Are we back at the school, Nevermore? Are we at the Addams family home? Now that they're at school, has her brother joined her? You know, what? Do the parents visit often? We didn't see the parents.
All right. I get what you're asking now. So season 2 actually takes place in Wednesday's second year there, so her sophomore year at Nevermore Academy. So at the very beginning of season 2, we see her coming back for her second year. And Pugsley, I guess, is a year younger than her. And so he's arriving for his freshman year at Nevermore Academy. So yes, it does take place in the same place. So we have some of the same sets, and, you know, we do get to see some different rooms, and there are some different teachers because I'm not going to do any spoilers, but because of the story in the first season, some of that cast has changed. But a lot of the same students are back, obviously. And I don't know how their rooming assignments work there, but she is still rooming in this big, beautiful tower room with Enid, their second year. And so we do have a lot of the same students, but we don't really see the same teachers. Of course, the Wednesday's parents are still in the picture, and now we're actually seeing them a little more because Wednesday's mother has been asked to head up a fundraising committee for the gala this year, and they are temporarily staying in a cottage that is on campus or near the campus because of this. And a lot of the story centers on the relationship between Wednesday and Morticia.
And how much can I share? I feel like season 2 really kind of focuses on where we left in season 1. And I always thought that Wednesday was a normie, but she's an outcast because she has some ability. And that ability shows up in season 1. And now she's trying to figure out, towards the end of season 1. So now she's trying to figure out what she can do with it. Is she using it correctly? Is it hurting her? So there's a little bit of that, which is what, in a way, really causes the friction between Morticia and Wednesday. And of course, we have Thing and we have more monsters. If you remember in season 1, we had a very brutal monster. What happened to it? Do we find out? Does it have ancestors or brothers and sisters who now want revenge? No, just FYI. But I'm just trying to give you, like, you know, the monsters continue, the mysteries continue. What I find interesting, and I don't know if you've got this or you don't have this, that is they've combined one of my favorite franchises. Like, I really liked all of the movies. The one that had what's her name in it?
Angelica Houston.
No, yeah, Angelica Houston, and who played Wednesday?
Christina Ricci.
Christina Ricci. She was in season 1. So that was kind of fun. And I loved those movies. And I find this one interesting because they've kind of departed from that.
Very much so.
And they've turned it into a Nancy Drew / Hardy Boys mystery. So they've taken, like, crime and they've turned it into more of a mystery thing from a younger perspective that also has to deal with relationships and high school and all that other stuff. So
Yeah.
very Nancy Drew.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is I'm a big fan of the original series, and I like the movies as well.
Oh, the black and whites?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those are classics. I love
But
those.
I mean, this is a complete. I'm so glad that they didn't try to redo that, because that really, in and of itself, is an iconic show. And if they had just tried to replicate that, it wouldn't have worked in this day and age.
All right, we got very little time left. Tell me what you think. It's a winner. You can't wait to see the end. You've got your fingers crossed for season 3. What's going on?
I love it, just like I loved season 1. I love the mystery elements. I love all the different creatures, the outcasts, everything about it. And I know that there's a season 3 coming, so I don't have to keep my fingers crossed.
All right, tell us about Wendy's.
Yeah, we tried the Meal of Misfortune from Wendy's, which comes with nugs and sauce. And I wasn't crazy about those, but man, the chocolate Raven's Blood Frosty was to die for.
And your advice is get the chocolate one because it tastes way better than the vanilla one. I was excited about the sauces. It's a true mystery box. You get a packet with a purple label on it, but you don't know what you're going to get. Are you going to get the ghost hot sauce? Are you going to get the weird spicy ketchup? Are you going to get that was really neat. Unfortunately, it's gone. So you can't even participate. I hope they will do something like that again because I thoroughly enjoyed it. The nuggets were, okay. They were better with the crazy sauces. It's online tonight. Stay tuned.
If you're an author interested in turning your works into audiobooks, Narrate Your Own Book is for you. Since 2005, David H. Lawrence XVII has taught 3,000 students the ins and outs of voiceover work, including narration of audiobooks. As an author, your curriculum includes more than the performance and recording aspects of narration. You also learn how to prepare your manuscript to become an audiobook and market it once it's finished. Visit narrateyourownbook.com for more information and a sample class. narrateyourownbook.com.
We call ourselves ASAP Travel for one reason. We can help you book a ticket ASAP. For those of you that don't know, that means as soon as possible. That means no wait time. You get through right away. No searching online. Our specialty is the lowest available fares on the big name airlines. You know them. We can't tell you their names. You can fly domestically or internationally and save more money than you could if you call the airlines directly. Our proprietary software goes underneath the hood of the major airline booking systems and finds you the best rates available. So if you're ready to make your travel plans right now, business or vacation travel, we have all the major airlines, always at great rates. Call ASAP Trips and we'll have your ticket in your inbox in 15 minutes. Call this number now.
800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. That's 800-515-4035.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is often laced into illicit drugs and used to make fake versions of prescription pills. You can't see it, taste it, or smell it, Suppliers mix fentanyl into their products because it's potent and cheap, and the dealer might not even know. Keep yourself and others safe by knowing the real deal on fentanyl. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
You can't escape a traffic jam. Know what else you can't escape? Seasonal allergies. And you might think you can avoid that coffee stain until... Oh, really? You can't escape a lot of things in life, but you can escape prediabetes. Prediabetes captures 1 in 3 adults. There are usually no signs of prediabetes. In fact, most people don't even know they have it. But with early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Take action by taking the 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. You might not be able to escape having this song stuck in your head, but you can escape prediabetes. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Where do my friends and other students find their voice? We find our voice through the performing arts, along with millions of other high school students. By expressing yourself in a role on stage, through an instrument, or at the debate podium, the performing arts give us freedom to find ourselves, to find our place. The stage is where I can play, perform, and compete with my friends.
Performing arts at your school is where creativity meets courage. Encourage the students in your life to find their voice through the performing arts. This message presented by the NFHS, where we encourage all students to play, perform, and compete together.
We're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for the... And there they go, almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, bookmark this.
All right, every hour we give you a new bookmark this that we hope you find educational, entertaining, or just for fun. But I just want to quickly mention, if you stay around for the after show of the live stream, I'm going to call the local Wendy's because I'm getting mixed messages from the texts and the things that it's gone or it's still there. We're going to call them on the phone during the live stream. It won't be in the podcast though, so feel free to call or text next week if you want to know the answer. Hopefully it won't be too late for you. Hey, back to the bookmark this, which is really what it's about. We've been really considering how we're going to deal with this because we recently found, well, we've had some relatives that have either passed away or moved in with us, and they have brought 1,000 boxes of photos. And we're truly trying to figure out, are we going to go to that one company that doesn't currently advertise with me, so I'm not going to say Legacy Box. But if we were going to do it ourselves, you know, this is what we've been thinking about because we just have so many. I mean, it's not like thousands. It could be in the 5 digits. I don't think it's in 6 digits, but we have a lot of photos. It is ridiculous. And September is Save Your Photos Month. So familyphotokeeper.com family.com/how-to-save-old-photos. Each word has a hyphen in the middle. familyphotokeeper.com/how-to, you get the idea, save old photos. Victoria recently told me that we've had wildfires, and her biggest fear is we now have too many boxes of photos, and we're never going to save them all. So we need to scan them. That's really what she's come to me and said. And so we're really trying to figure it out. If you need your photos organized or scanned, there's some great articles to help you getting this project going. So I'm sure that's probably why I have now been getting text messages and other things from Miss Victoria for different kinds of scanners, and do they do slides? Do they do negatives? A lot of information on the site if you're worried about the same things that we are. That's familyphotokeeper.com/how-to-save-old-photos with the hyphen in the middle. Of course, I'm going to put it in the show notes at onlinetonight.com. Just look for episode number 2080. That is this hour's Bookmark This.
Online Tonight.
Putting down the game controller long enough to do this. This is Online Tonight. Now, here's Matt.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They've done away with the 2 free checked bags, but they are making exceptions for different levels if you're a Rapid Rewards member. So it's now more important than ever that you become a member of Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards. And this URL is going to take you right there so that you can see what it's about. You can sign up if that's what you want to do. onlinetonight.com/SWA. That's onlinetonight.com/SWA. Whether you love or hate Amazon, sometimes you see something out and about, like a car accessory or somebody's shoes or an awesome handbag or maybe the glasses that somebody has. Amazon is launching an AI-powered shopping tool called Lens Live, built on Amazon Lens. Well, okay. It lets users scan this item that you see in the real world. Do me a favor, though. Support the local brick and mortars. Don't go into your local brick and mortar and scan it and buy it on Amazon. Please don't do that. Those people are there to help you, and they are, what happens if the internet goes down? And you have basically made it so the local brick and mortars are gone. How are you going to go and get your stuff? I mean, groceries is probably what you're going to go if we have like an internet catastrophe. But, you know, you got to balance these things out. But if you're out, say at a ball game, and you see like the cool cap or a cool jersey or this cool jacket or gloves or shoes or a bag or a soccer bag or whatever it is, you could scan it and you're going to see if that exact item is available on Amazon or a similar item. Of course, they're very good about giving you alternatives like Amazon Best and things like that. And the matches appear in a swipeable carousel, you know, like you're matching with a dating app. You're going to decide on the product that you want to get. And then you can once you see the one you want, you can add it right to your cart. The tool is powered by Amazon's Rufus AI, which can describe products, answer some questions, and provide additional details. Lens Live is rolling out first on the iOS version of the Amazon app here in the U.S., and they're going to be expanding that to other platforms in other countries in the coming months. The feature competes with tools like Google Lens and Apple's Visual Intelligence. And what I've seen people do, I've seen people use Google Lens, then try to figure out what it is, and then go to Amazon app, type in the description, and see if it shows up. Now you can reduce one step. So that's pretty neat. Robot pets with AI. Is it cool? Is it not cool? I mean, I've always liked like the Sony Aibo, and at CES we've always seen those seals, these little robot companion seals. Well, SwitchBot has unveiled a new AI pet. It's a kind of a furry robotic teddy bear. Maybe not as cool, because I love retro things, hence the Dragon's Lair shirt. I love Teddy Ruxpin, but he worked off a cassette tape. Cassette tape. Kids don't even know what cassette tapes are. They barely know what a CD is. And let's not even get started with VHS, Betamax, and HD Blu-ray. They showed it off this last week. The AI pet talks, displays emotion, and it grows. I don't know what that means. Does it physically get larger, or does just its personality evolve over time? I think that's what they mean, because it like learns your name and your routines. It has a general idea of how you like to have conversations. It has 2 AI systems, an onboard one for language and a cloud-based one for vision and advanced processing. Because it uses cloud AI vision, I'm going to give you advice, which you can take or ignore. It's up to you. Don't put it in a sensitive place, like your bedroom if you're a married couple, or the bathroom. Don't put it somewhere like that, because the video images are going to the internet, right? You don't want those in a compromising place, because you don't know who's going to have access. If you remember, Apple had this problem with Siri. People were keeping versions of people who were married and, were sharing their love. It's equipped with cameras, microphones, speakers. It's going to recognize people and track motion and respond and cool things like that. So if that's something you're interested in, then cool. Don't forget, if you missed any portion of the show, you can head over to our website, onlinetonight.com, and you can look at the show notes and subscribe to the podcast. And you can also check out our YouTube channel for the video archive. Stay tuned.
Online Tonight is produced and copyrighted by Smart Family Media. All rights reserved. Host Maxwell Smart. Producer and other hats worn by Victoria Smart. Views and opinions expressed are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, affiliates, or other advertisers.